Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tracy Show. It is Tuesday, May the 9th, 2023. I am joined by Theus, and I'm joined for a special reason. I will be ranking the cereals, but, but, I'm going to do it at the end because I've got some big tea news to spill. Literally, the two things we're going to be talking about literally just happened within like a half an hour of each other. So I'm just now getting to them. One, Trump has been found liable of sexual assault and defamation. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that word right. I'm going to talk about why that's not the same as being found guilty of sexual assault because I think a lot of people are getting it confused. Um, but Theus, what were your initial thoughts when you first heard this?
Um, because I somewhat was following the trial, I wasn't surprised. I mean, he basically gave that up. He didn't care. Because he did the math. Him and his lawyers have done the math. His deposition was so horrible. I mean,
You mean where he
it was
confused? He
bad.
confused that picture of E. I'm gonna get her name right. E. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm gonna get her name right.
E. Jean
Jean
Carroll.
Carroll. Yes, he confused it with
Hmm.
his second wife. Dude,
Yeah,
they don't look none
that.
alike. They don't look none alike. I know they say black people look alike, but dude, they don't look none alike.
But what got? I mean, that was bad, right? But and that undermined like his whole case, because he was like, I would never deal with her because she's not even my type. Oh, she looks just like my wife, right? So, dude, that doesn't work. Um, but to me, what really got him was the part when this knucklehead is like, well, the lawyer asked him, so you said that you can do these types of things to women and they let you because you're a star. And he was like, yeah, it's always been like that. And he's like, well, are you a star? And he was like, yeah, I'm a star. So what are you saying? He's like, well, fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, men could get away with this. We're sitting here like,
Like,
what?
get away! I saw that and I was like, people. I know people on the extreme left. I'm not. Well, I want to say some of my leftist friends say Joe Biden is losing and he has uh, cognitive issues. But I think Trump. I think Trump topped it with that one. I think
I mean,
he.
come on. I hate to always be the one who has to stand up for Joey because I'm not a fan of Joey, right? But Joe Biden isn't the one they had to give a cognitive test to. They had to do that with Trump. In his first term, his first and only term, this man had to be tested to pass a dementia test. Okay, people forget that, but this happened to Trump.
Yep.
And then I just got done watching Biden's press conference
Yes. Just
coming out of the debt ceiling
I was going to
thing,
talk about that too.
and I'm sitting here like the people who say that Biden is too old, he's lost a step, he can't do the job. I guarantee you couldn't do that press conference better than he just did, because I'm watching this dude and he was answering questions the way you kind of expect. But when they would send him a dumb question, the way he would take that question, turn it around, and hand it right back to him, that's that's good.
And everybody, I got right into everything before I just started. Subscribe to this page. Subscribe.
Yes.
I got to 117 and then two people left. I don't know what it is. When you subscribe, please stay. Please stay. Stay. I'm asking you to stay. Subscribe to this
Pull up a
page.
chair. Pull up a chair. Make some comments.
Yes, definitely comment. Support me on Patreon. Write down September the 8th and September the 9th. I'm going to go 12 hours to raise $3,500 because I need lights desperately. Yes, I'm going to go 12 hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Yes, I'm going to I'm
Oh,
gonna
you going
do my
overnight?
best. Yes, I'm gonna do an overnight podcast. Yes.
Ooh.
So just go to our website and see what's going on. And just announced today, the Indiana March will be virtual this year, so it's going to be on this channel, July the 22nd, 2023 at 1 p.m. So you can watch it. And if you're on my website right now, you should be watching this show because this
So
show is on my website.
does that mean it's going to be like a town hall format, or you're just going to be showing live footage of the march?
We're not marching. We're going to be in a Zoom room
Okay.
and we'll all be speaking.
Okay. So
Yes.
like a forum.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm
Like
with you.
phone. Okay. And welcome, Learn Life. Glad to have you here.
Hello,
I know Parker's here because he was the first one to have a comment. But Parker, I haven't
Parker.
gotten to the cereal yet because I'm not sure whether you're saying Lucky Charms is a good cereal or a bad cereal.
Doesn't
But
matter. It's bad.
I'll have mine. So yes, it's defamation. Thank you, because I was like, is it oh my gosh, like all of this it just like dropped. It's just like, okay, it's Tuesday. Bump. What happened? Like I was literally
Yeah.
at
I mean,
lunch
this is
and
a busy Tuesday.
I know this is not usual for a Tuesday. Tuesday's usually kind of like holdover from
Yeah. They
like,
usually hold off until Friday.
yeah, you put it there so nobody will talk about it. But I wonder in terms of the lawsuit, is Trump going to go ahead and pay it, or is he going to appeal it?
If he can appeal it, he's going to appeal it.
You think
Anything
so?
to keep from. He doesn't do anything quickly. If he was gonna, this guy doesn't pay people to do anything. So if he can appeal it, he will appeal it. So that way he looks like he's a fighter. And if he can't appeal it, then he'll just go quiet about it. And either he'll pay it in the background or he'll let it languish for a while and deal with it later. That's his MO.
Yeah,
Because
and
$5 million, he ain't gonna want to pay $5 million or whatever the number comes out to be. He ain't gonna want to pay that.
yeah, but I'm thinking he's going to pay it. This is why. I said I was going to talk about why you don't want to confuse this with sexual assault, and I'll get there in a second. I think he's going to pay it. One, make it go away as fast as you possibly can. Just get it over with.
But then he would have settled.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
He would have settled for that.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
But he decided to let this thing run because his ego wouldn't let him listen to his lawyers. Because his lawyers almost definitely told him, settle this. You got a felony charge at the state level. You got another felony charge in the shadows at the federal level. You got enough going on. We really don't need any of this. Pay her and send her away. But his ego wouldn't let him.
Yeah,
And listening to his words, he's more of a well, there's no such thing as being more of a rapist. He's as much of a rapist as Bill Cosby turned out to be.
or Harvey. No, I'm gonna say Harvey Levitt. That is not who I'm talking about. Oh my god.
One of the what Weinstein or
Weinstein,
Epstein, one of them
yeah,
Steens.
Weinstein, yes. I was like, I'm sitting here talking about the guy on TMZ and got him confused. I'm talking about
Yeah,
the
but I'm like,
former.
a rapist is a rapist is a rapist. I don't care if you rape one time or 12 times, you're a rapist. But this dude basically admitted to being a serial rapist. He admitted to being a serial
Yeah, that's not my
rapist.
type. So what is your type to rape? Like it, and I think
He
it was
basically told the
smart.
lawyer, I wouldn't rape you, you're not my type. Really?
So who would you? Who is your type?
Who is okay to rape Mr. Trump?
I
Well,
mean,
not you, you're not cute enough.
wouldn't the answer be nobody? Like nobody is okay. You're not okay to rape anybody because they're your type. And this is where I don't want people to get confused with sexual assault. Had he been convicted of sexual assault, that's that's jail time. Period. And she waited.
But he couldn't be.
No, because she waited outside of the time frame, right? I'm saying if she had did this within the time frame of him actually doing the crime, and that's where I'm making the distinction because people are like, oh well, he's guilty of rape. No, he's not been found guilty of rape. He's been made guilty of
Judged or liable for it.
defaming her character, and he's liable for rape. It doesn't say he committed rape, although they might as well had just said it, but they didn't. He's liable
Because
for rape.
rape is a crime, and
Yes,
he wasn't being criminally charged.
yes, he
So
wasn't being criminally charged.
yeah.
And
But to me, he put all the elements out there, and dude, you's a rapist. That's what you are. You are Captain Date Rape. You are take it because you see it, rapist. That is you. You are that guy who hires women and puts them in really bad positions, and then forces the dude who was over Fox. Remember that dude? You that kind of guy.
the dude that was over Fox.
I can't remember they started with an A, but he was when they get ran up out of Fox. Finally, Ailes, Roger Ailes.
Oh, Roger Ailes. Okay.
So how he got ran up out of there
It's like
one too many times.
what they should have asked, and his attorneys are stupid. First of all, he probably never gonna pay him. But why did they show that video? I never would have shown it. I'd have just been like,
Which video?
the one that Trump confused E.G. Carroll with his wife. I
Oh,
never would have
because
shown
it
it.
belonged to the prosecution. Because it belonged to the prosecution at that point.
Oh, but why did they tape
Ain't
it?
nothing they could do.
As soon as they
They
taped
had
it
to.
and heard that answer, I'd be like, oh, he didn't make nothing. He ain't made not one thing. He didn't say not anything.
Yeah, as soon as he said that, I'd have been like, "Hey, can you cut the tape? We're gonna go ahead and settle right quick. Can we go
Yeah,
ahead?"
we're gonna just drop this so we don't have to, be like dilly daddling. He'll pay you. He'll
Yeah.
pay you. He'll pay you $3 million, and just go away. But
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
like,
I'm gonna pay you. Tell me how much you want, and then you look at your lawyer and you be like, "Hey, now, whatever number she says, add 2 million to that, and say that they can't release this here tape. That okay? All right, cool.
yeah,
Now, how
that's
much do you want?"
I mean, I'm like, dude, he literally just said that he was like he just said, "Yep," just like you said. I take what I want. I rape who I want to rape. It's just like,
But
what are
it
you
it it, it
thinking?
fits it fits him though, because I don't remember the guy's name, and I don't want to know the name because it would make he already gets too much attention. But there's this whole alpha male movement on the right, on the far right, and their whole thing is take it, rape it, whatever. Right? That's what they do. That's what they believe towards women. Women are there as vessels and servants to men. That's it. And so he just was big up in this guy. Trump was right. So you the presidential candidate, and you're saying, "Hey, you guys need to follow this man, and he's not as big as me, but he's on his way," and blah 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 blah. And this guy literally tells young men to be violent and aggressive towards women, and to be violent and aggressive in general. So this fits Trump. This is his belief system. Women are not equal to men in his view. Period. They're not even not. It's not even that they're not even equal. They're not real, right? They're only there to service whatever man they can attach themselves to. That's what Trump believes.
And what woman said, never mind, I'm not even gonna go into that because I'm
Women
like,
like comfort. Women in
I'm just
general,
like, look
they
at him.
like comfort. They like comfort, and they like the trappings of wealth.
But
So
my dignity
there
is
will
worth
always
so much more.
nope. It is maybe for you, but that's why he wouldn't marry you. He
Well,
only
I'm
wants
black
the
too. You got to
one.
put that in there.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, as far as just the type of woman for Trump, you have to be the kind who believes that he is going to be, as long as he's wealthy, I'm free to live my life and do whatever I want to do on his dime. And just every once in a while, I got to, share my body with him. And that's literally a transaction that they're willing to take. There's plenty of women out there like that. Whole bunch of them. Just like every time you look and you see a black person who willingly becomes a token for the right. And I'm like, how would you do that? Because so long as you offer comfort and privilege, there will always be a person for sale.
And
Someone will prostitute themselves.
And I like to talk about how long the decision took. Because personally, I think they made the decision in 30 minutes.
I think it was made before they went back there.
I learned it. But they had to do it 2 hours to kind of make it look like they deliberated. But they was back there playing shoots and ladders. They wasn't really, debating. They already knew, like you said, once they got off that stage, they knew what they was going to do.
I mean, how hard could it be? The guy put up zero defense.
Well, no, you want to make it look like you did something, though. You want to make it look like, you know what? I did something. We didn't just go in there and just assume he was guilty. We actually debated. I personally don't think they did.
They done ate up weeks of your life. The least you can do is stay back there in deliberation long enough for the food to be delivered, and you can go ahead and eat your food.
You get your part invalidated.
Right.
I thought, man, this should be 30 minutes. But I thought, oh, wait a minute. Who writes a book, though? Which juror writes a book?
Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
E. Jean Carroll can write a book because it happened to her. She gets
automatic she'll write another one.
Yeah, she'll write
another book.
But
and then one of the lawyers will.
But not Trump lawyers. They should just be like, you know what? Maybe we should just disbar ourselves. How did
they have no shame?
How did they even sit there and say, you know what? Yep, we're going to represent this man that's known for not paying his attorneys.
I mean, that was part of the thing where Trump didn't show up for the trial.
And
not only did he not show up for the trial, he flew out of the country to get away from the trial. And then was writing his little Trump tweets all over the place. And the judge was like, hey, lawyer guy, get your guy under control. This is not okay. And the lawyer guy is like, sir, you know who my client is.
Now look who got the nerve to come in the comment section and can't come in the room. That's why I ain't gonna say nothing. You read that, Thiz, because I won't.
Trump said they wouldn't let me talk. And that's true. He said that after he missed the deadline. People like that, and there's plenty of people like that that's so annoying.
He knew what he was doing. He knew.
Yeah, he knew he blew the deadline himself. He went out of the country on purpose so he wouldn't be there. And then he could turn around and say, well, I would have been there, but it would have taken too long to fly back.
How about not going in the first place? You could have just stayed in the country, flew up to New York, and then.
But he didn't want to. And no lawyer in their right mind would have allowed him
to take the stand.
No, definitely not.
I'm like, nah, I'm not putting you on the stand.
I wouldn't let him on the stand. And I also wouldn't have let him in the courtroom. Because even though it looks really bad that you didn't bother to show up to face your accuser.
It'd be worse if you did.
You're Trump. It would look even worse with you sitting at the table looking like a petulant child. So they had to choose. And the best option was chosen. Don't bring him in here.
Don't bring him. Don't come there in the courtroom. Don't think about the courtroom. Don't post it. Don't know. No, you're not testifying.
The man then told a lawyer on tape that the only reason he wouldn't rape her is because she's not attractive to him.
And if she was attractive, he would have. I mean,
right? Then, yeah.
Dude, you wanted to lose. I'm almost part of me thinks Trump wanted to lose this case because
I think he knew he would. I think he knew he would. He was done. He was done. Like the only thing, you can't prove rape. It's impossible. Can't prove rape. The dress wasn't admissible, even if it could be proven, because I think they said it was inconclusive or whatever. It happened 30 years ago. So you're not going to prove the rape. That was never a problem, never an issue. So he only could lose because he defamed her while he was actively the president. His defense and the Department of Justice's defense was you can't sue him because he said this about you while he was president. Then he's not president, says it again. So now she can sue for defamation. So he was already done at that point because he did it twice. Then he's a horrible witness when it comes to men and versus women, right? He's just a terrible guy to put up. So even if he was innocent, he looked guilty. So yeah, for him it was okay. Of all the things being waged against me, this is the low one. Let's just get it out the way. But my thing was if he was thinking more clearly, which once again I say this man is crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't think clearly.
Yeah, he's a smart man. Like people say he's dumb, and I keep saying this. He's not dumb, but he's crazy. And the man who you gotta settle that.
Just like you did when you had that fake Trump University. Just think about it in the same way.
Well, when you were stealing from the veterans.
Exactly. The fake cancer charity he had. Just settle.
Just settle. But his followers are not going to care because, one, in America, sex crimes are not true crimes. That's number one. Number two, he's already has the image of a bad boy and a playboy. So that won't stick to him. So all you did was you went after a very powerful and wealthy man to shake him down for money. You're just like Stormy Daniels. That's what his side is going to say. You're just here to shake him down for money. So this will have zero sticking power for the Family Values Party, who's already decided it's okay that this man pays for sex with a professional prostitute, who's already decided it's okay that this man has cheated on his wife multiple times. What is this to them?
Nothing but that base. I'm just, part of me wonder her worries about her safety.
Who?
E. Jean Carroll's safety.
Oh, her safety has been in question since she charged this man, so ain't nothing changed for her.
Yeah, I know, but now that she's actually won, I'm hoping that police are at least aware or doing something, because the Trump fans, they are fanatically in support of him.
Oh yeah, absolutely, but I don't think she's in any more danger than she was 2 weeks ago. It's just a matter of, I mean, she's in danger, right? Because these people are crazy, but she's not in any more danger. In fact, now she's probably in less danger because it's over, right? They're going to still harass her till the day that she leaves this planet, but this part is over.
Yep.
And plus, they're going to have something else to be mad about in about 3 weeks. So.
Yep, true. George Santos. And before I get to George, subscribe. Please. Okay, so George Santos got charged by the Department of Justice. Literally, I just heard about it at 5 o'clock. Like, I got off of work, 5 o'clock, George Santos is being charged by the DOJ. They haven't said for what.
Yeah, it's for campaign finance fraud.
I think people were speculating because the DOJ hasn't.
Oh, is that speculation?
Yes, okay. They haven't actually said. Yeah, maybe
if they indicted him, they have to give charges.
Well, when I watched it, they hadn't announced what the charges were. Obviously, they charged him with something. But if I'm speculating, I think it's the dog charity that he started for the veterans.
That was listed too. I remember seeing that as well. So he's hit with federal charges and will be arrested tomorrow.
Yeah, so we
must be nice being rich and connected.
I know. Good.
You can schedule your arrest. Just
Yeah, I'll be rested tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
today's not good. Today's not
Yeah,
good. And I got
tomorrow.
tennis at
I got
9.
and a
So
doctor's appointment, and I gotta get my
yeah,
tooth extracted.
yeah.
Us
Let's
poor
do
black
2:30.
people,
Can we do
they throw us
2:30?
in jail immediately. We don't get this.
Bust your door down.
We don't get all of this nice, schedule your time and come turn yourself in type of thing. Trump, he got out of a mugshot. Like they didn't even take a mugshot, which is what
Oh,
they normally do.
his charges are under seal, so that's why we don't
Yeah,
know exactly what
that's
they are.
why we don't know. That's why I was like, no, we don't know anything. Everybody's speculating what it is.
Good point.
I think that I know the dog thing has got that was just
But you know,
egregious.
the dog thing is bad, but it's only bad because it's a dog thing. Because in America, nobody really, it's unfortunate, but our government really doesn't care about veterans. Let's just be real. So I think it's a combination of stuff, right? Because Brazil wants them, but we're never going to turn over
We're not
one
going
of
to
our own.
extradite our
We
congressman
ain't,
to
we ain't doing
Brazil.
that.
No, we won't. And what they gonna
Nah,
do
we
to
ain't
us?
doing that,
They're not gonna do anything
right?
to us. Like, okay, whatever.
We don't even have a good relationship with them anymore, And then, but that right there is bad enough to make them have to look at him. And then I think the charity thing, yeah, they can go after him for it, but I don't know. I think what's really going to get him is campaign finance. I really do,
But
because there's a lot of money sloshing around, and he can't account for any of it. How are you living on your mama's sofa, and then all of a sudden you got $1 million? Where that money come from, bro?
he hit the lottery.
He ain't hit nothing but a speed dial from Moscow. That's what he got. So this dude, the
But
money was funny, and I think that's what they got him
but
on.
if you think about it, and I want everybody to think about it, because here comes the third party person in Tracy. We know most Congress people on both sides are guilty of campaign finance reform, some type of issue. They dilly dally their money. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm gonna say a good 90%. I'm almost
Wow,
I'm gonna almost bump it up to 95. They take that campaign money,
that's the Supreme Court. That's the Supreme Court right there.
and I don't
I
even
think
want to
all of them
talk.
dirty. I think all of them dirty. The only one that
Even
ain't dirty yet is
Kajani,
maybe Katanji Brown ain't yet. Give us some time. I think all of them dirty. How you go to a party and they be like, oh, this is all free? I
yeah,
think all of them dirty.
but we know that people in Congress are messy with their money,
Okay.
and that they dibble dabble, but they're smart enough. They're smart enough not to be stupid and put that in their personal campaign. I don't know why he did. It's like, dude, how stupid. Do you know how bad you have to be to get caught? Like, to get
That's
caught,
my
you have
point.
to get, like, way out there because everybody else in Congress is doing the same thing he's doing.
That's
He
what I'm
just got
saying.
caught.
That's why I think he's a Russian plant. Russia loves, and I'm not one of those people who be like Russia bad, China bad. Russia is bad, but I don't have anything against China. But Russia loves to find some way to just kind of poke America. And what you already had Trump, and they did a good job with him. But this guy, he was just like he's just a big ball of clay, right? He's just whatever you want him to be. He will lie and be that
Listen,
thing.
he was black. Let's go over all the lies he told. He was black.
He was
He,
married to a
he was
woman.
married. Then he was gay. Or is he gay?
Then he was gay.
Then he was gay. Then
Yeah, he's gay now.
oh, he's gay now. Okay, so he's
He's
not
gay
gay
now.
no more. Okay, but he's gay now. Okay, got it.
No, he's still gay. No,
Yeah,
he's
he's
still
still gay.
gay, but he wasn't gay.
Yeah, he
And then he
wasn't gay.
also was a cross dresser, but
Yep.
then he is, but then he wasn't.
Yeah, then he wasn't.
Then
And then he was a producer of a very terrible musical, the Spider-Man musical. he was on there, and then people was like, wait a minute, don't attach your name. We know we was a terrible musical. We know we were terrible, and people dogged us out legitimately. But don't you attach your name to.
And then he was so the whole credit card fraud theft thing. So there was a person that he says he didn't really know that was at trial, and he was being charged as another Brazilian guy. He was being charged with fraud, with credit card fraud. Santos, under whatever other name he had, shows up as a character witness for the person that was on trial. Person was on trial and still ends up going to jail. The judge basically picks Santos apart on the spot to point out the fact that some don't quite add up here. Then the dude who went to jail was like, yeah, he was there because he's the ringleader. He's the one who taught me how to do what I was doing. I'm like, the guy is the who's who of terrible criminals. He's just
He
bad.
lies so much. I mean, again, all the people in Congress are doing, with the exception of maybe 4 or 5. Maybe it's them 4 or 5 that don't take their money. I'm giving you 4 or 5 that don't. I'm just gonna be nice and say maybe 4 or 5. Most, the highest would be 10. But he's doing the same thing that John McCain was accused of. He's doing the same thing that Dianne Feinstein did. He's doing the same thing that.
But he's not doing it right.
That's
They've been
my
doing
point.
this for 200.
Yes,
They've been doing this for 200 years. There's a way. I would be willing to bet there's probably some form of orientation where they're like, here's what you can do.
Yeah, here's what you do,
can't
and
do,
this is how you do.
And here's some stuff in the middle.
You funnel your money in your campaign like this.
If you want your wife to be the one who receives the money, you have to do it this way.
Yeah.
Right? He just went in there and was like, yo, store's open. Who you got?
Hey, Parker, you was in here earlier. We going to get to the cereal here in just a moment, but we got to talk about our... And it's George. I keep raising this name, but it's no, because the voters in New York didn't know about this because the New York Times purposely kept this out of the media. They purposely did it.
That's all well and good, Tracy, but it still, I say, goes back to the voters because what kind of vetting do you as a voter do? I mean,
I agree, but no voter is going to vet to that point to find out, well, he was on trial and then, no,
because that stuff didn't come out until after, right? But the dude didn't feel right just watching him doing his little dumb speeches and he's just, ugh. But that's what people vote for. They vote for personality and they vote for words. They don't vote for nothing else. And so this is what you get.
And how stupid are the Democrats? They're the ones that I really actually blame. Because this was, well, it was more like a purpley district. Y'all couldn't have found this out? Y'all couldn't have said, hey, this man done sit here and took money from a dog charity and put it in his pocket. Nothing?
I mean, yeah, the Democrats did a terrible job vetting their opponent. But the Democrats are notorious for underfunding and underinvesting in their candidates in so-called safe areas. They're notorious for it. So they didn't think that, they didn't think that dude could win, so they didn't waste their time on it. And then he won. I mean, you had the head of the DNC or DCCC or whatever it was that lost in New York. So, I mean, these people are interesting.
Parker, I'm going to talk about this on my Saturday show because I got a whole bunch to say about this one. A whole lot to say about this.
And see, this, real quick on this, because I made this comment on one of the TYT threads or something like that. I get so annoyed because, one, we are so far away. And two, everybody's normalizing Donald Trump. The only thing you should say about Donald Trump is that this man led an insurrection against his own government. That's what should come up every single
he's the twice
time.
Impeached, guilty of defaming a woman, sexual assaulter. Boom.
There's all kinds of stuff you should say about this dude other than he's tied in the poll. Because one, the polls don't matter no way, right? Because they're all screwed up. And then two, I said this, I've been saying this since Obama. Who is giving you the poll?
And who are they polling?
No, not even that. Not even that.
I
That
wonder
dude.
who are they
That's a good
polling.
question. That's a fair question because the details is always in what did you decide that what's in it, right? But what I'm saying is polling companies, their existence is to keep you interested in their poll. There's no value in these things. There's none. The poll is always given in such a way as to make you think everything is deadlocked, or no, that's pretty much. They always try to keep you deadlocked. They don't ever let it get too
Yeah.
far out of whack. Never. They never let it get too far out. So it's just not. They're not worth anything.
But we have to talk about something. Well, Thiz, I know you probably
Unfortunately,
gonna drop off on this, but you can stay if you want, because I said the cereal was coming. Next
cereal's
week,
bad.
next week I will be counting down the Ronald McDonald characters in McDonald Land, but there's one of them that I don't know his name. And I keep trying to Google his picture, and it's like nothing's coming up. It's like you got Mayor McCheese, right? He the big old
Yeah.
cheeseburger head, but it's one of them just like him, but he's not Mayor McCheese, and I cannot for the life of me figure out what his
You're not
name
talking
is.
about the Hamburglar?
No, the hamburger is the thief.
Right.
I'm talking about
I
the one
remember the Fry Guys.
he got a big old head. His head is like a big cheeseburger, just like Mayor McCheese, but he not Mayor McCheese. I'm like, who is this guy?
I don't remember them being more than one of those
It's
guys.
two of them. Mayor McCheese, because he's got the M on his costume, but then it's that other one. He's got a police uniform on. I'm like, who is this one? I know every other one's name except for that one. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know about that
I'm
now.
gonna be struggling. If y'all are in my Facebook group, I'm gonna put his picture in there or her picture. Well, it's not the cheeseburger's picture.
All right, so there's Officer Big Mac.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, because he's a police officer.
Yes. The one I can never remember is this, and I guess this is why I can't remember because it's a dumb name. Birdie the
Birdie.
Early Bird.
The bird. Yep,
That
Birdie
was
the
her
early
whole
bird.
name. I
That was the
thought she had
whole
a good
name.
name.
But that's next week's show. That's next week's show. This show is wait a minute, we got one more comment by Parker. It's also important to distinguish the national public, which only really measures the popular vote, as opposed to the state by state electoral college public. That's true. That's a good point, Parker.
But
Good point.
even then, isn't that when you get closer? Because even at the state levels, who's participating in the poll? The people who support Donald Trump, truly to support Donald Trump, they're not answering your poll. They're not going to do it. And then speaking, and this is anecdotal, but I've been a voter since I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever been polled was when I answered my mom and dad's landline on mistake 30 years ago or 20 years ago.
And
So
see, I got polled.
who are you polling?
I got polled right before the Indianapolis mayoral primary. But that was about a local race. It wasn't about national.
And how many times have you been polled in your life?
Twice.
That's not a very, but they
Is that
say
a
that they're
lot?
talking about a percentage of the people. And I understand it's an extrapolation, but come on, folks. You should know more people who've been polled.
Yeah, but how
But
hard you can't survey 300 million people.
you can't. But you should, if you're saying that this is representative of the state, the country, whatever the poll is saying it's tracking for, shouldn't you bump into people who've been polled? I mean, it's like they're polling the same people over and over again. Or, like you said, the demons in the details. What's the demographics? Where did you find the people that you decided to put in this poll? And
Yeah.
then, as TYT has exposed multiple times, what questions are you asking?
Hey, if you
and how are they being
asked? If you pay attention to polls, Hillary Clinton would be president. Period. She's not.
Yeah, she should have been.
if you pay attention
But
to
yeah,
polls.
but and also, what do the polls do? The polls, and this is kind of what Parker was hitting on, but the polls track against popular vote because it's just doing aggregates and locations and stuff like
Right.
that. You're not going to be able to really pick up the electoral college impact. You can kind of get close to it because you'll look at it and say, well, most of the people are leaning Republican, and we know that red states are disproportionately weighted in the electoral college. Therefore, we can go ahead and say that this is how it goes. But you just had to go through like three if statements to get there. It's just it's that's why
Yeah.
I say ignore all the polls, get your butt out and vote, take somebody or convince at least one somebody else to vote, and Democrats need to hear this because it will help you with independence, it'll help you with young people, it'll help you with black people, and it'll help you with third party people. Stop lying to people. Stop pretending that just show up and vote is a plan. These you act like people who don't vote are not voting because they're not intelligent. No, half the time they're not voting because they're very intelligent. They've looked at it and they
Yeah.
said, "This is how the game is messed up, and I ain't trying to play with y'all with this little stupid game." And that's why they don't show up to vote. Be honest with them. No, your vote in and of itself, your one vote, doesn't matter a whole much. But when we put a whole bunch of your votes together, it does matter. And the alternative to your not voting is these people who don't want to help you, who actually want to hurt you. Guess who does show up to vote? So talk to people with some respect and help them see how they can get something out of it. But the Democrats don't
And
want to do
yeah,
that.
and with that, we go to my list. I have a list of the best
I'm
cereals
sorry,
and the
Tracy.
worst cereals. That's okay, because I know you're gonna say they're terrible, but I'm gonna
They
go
are
with.
all terrible, except for Fruity Pebbles and Frosted Flakes.
Well, here we go. My worst cereals, and I said it was gonna be five of each, but literally the worst ones, I got way more than five. Kicks. These cardboard tasting cereals, I don't know who sat there and said, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take some cardboard, shred it up real fine, put it in a little ball, color it orange, and then pour some milk in it. That's it. Kicks taste like cardboard. Cardboard. Next, Wheaties. I don't believe athletes eat Wheaties. I don't think they're sitting there eating them. Yes, they take them, they eat it in the commercial, but I bet when that camera's off, they spit that nasty mess out their mouth. I can't even tell you what Wheaties are made of. They're just, it's just wheat in this little thing. It's a
Like
thing.
rope. Looks like rope.
Yes, the next one, yeah, see, is I'm going to make you real mad because they're both on my list. Cocoa and Fruity Pebbles.
Mm-mm, no, no.
These
Mm-mm,
nasty
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Rice Krispie knockoffs
I'll give you
with
cocoa, but not fruity.
Fruity Pebbles are disgusting. Disgusting.
Mm.
Um,
No, I'm sorry. The integrity of your
wait
entire
a
list is now
minute.
blown.
Caitlyn, Caitlyn
So
Jenner
did
did
Michael
it,
Jordan.
but they still terrible. They ate them, but I'm telling you, when them cameras went off, they spit that nasty mess out. Thank you, Parker. Kicks are the in the F tier. They are in the F tier. They are just like the worst. I don't even know why people. Why would you? Nobody should buy this cereal. One, why are they still making it? Why are they still making it? And why are people still buying this nasty mess? Oh my gosh. Next cereal. I already said it, but Rice Krispies. That snap,
Yeah, I
crackle,
agree.
pop thing,
Terrible.
nah. And the only thing Rice Krispies are good is when you put marshmallows in them and you make Rice Krispies square. That's it. Like that's the only
I
use
don't
for
even like
Rice
Rice
Krispies.
Krispie treats. I don't think those taste
What?
good either. However, I have heard that for those who like to embellish their Rice Krispie treats, they're a wonderful vehicle for such things.
I love Rice Krispie treats. Can't stand Rice Krispies, the cereal. I don't like the frosted ones.
Fruity
I don't
Pebbles
like the
is the way to
chocolate
go.
ones. I don't like Fruity Pebbles. Is just a generic Rice Krispies. They're made
No,
out of the
it's Rice Krispie with
same thing.
flavor. It's no Fruity Pebbles are better, and they make your milk sweet, and it tastes good.
No, it
But
doesn't.
I don't even eat wet cereal anyway, So if I was gonna eat any cereal, it's gonna be dry, and you can eat Fruity Pebbles dry.
The next one, non-flavored cornflakes. I want y'all, when you get your free time, go to Google.
Non-flavored. Does that mean like no sugar?
No sugar, no anything, just some soft mess or some
Aren't those
messy.
the ones that come in the bag at the bottom of the shelf that your parents pick? Their parents punish you because they can't afford the ones in the
They
box.
can't really afford them. Nah, because they make generic frosted flakes. But generic cornflakes and cornflakes, them terrible. Go to Google and type in why were cornflakes invented? And you'll see why cornflakes were. I'm not going to say why. I'm not going to sit here and go into a long documentary on it. It's tripped out. It's tripped out. Next one. I can't stand this cereal. Lucky Charms. They little slogan, they make it delicious. No, they're not. Marshmallows and milk is terrible. Who sit here and it's just all marshmallows? It's just these colored little
It's not all
dime.
marshmallows.
It's
You can get them with all
toothless.
marshmallows, but it has whatever those cardboard shaped
Yeah, cardboard.
things.
But it's mostly marshmallows. Oh, look, just put some milk in it. Next one, tricks. Tricks are for kids. They're not for children. They're not for adults. They're not for dogs. They're not for cats. They're not for anybody.
Tricks
Tricks
are okay. They're
are
just like giant.
terrible.
They're like giant Fruity Pebbles.
Again, that's why they're on the worst list. Ugh, can't stand
Next,
them.
you gonna say Fruit Loops ain't good.
No, Fruit Loops is on my best list. I don't know what you talking about. Fruit Loops is top tier. Next
You don't
one,
like tricks. How you like Fruit Loops?
tricks are terrible. But the next one is for us, the parents who they want to do better for their children and they just couldn't. King Vitamin. You
I don't
got
even know
to
about
be
that.
King Vitamin is one of them cereals. Oh my goodness, these were popular in the 80s. When I tell you that powdered milk was invented for this cereal, yeah, just believe me. And my number one worst cereal of all time. I know terriblest is not a word. It's not a word, but it's about to be now. Grape nuts. They never saw. They never ever saw. You could pour milk in them on a Monday, come back on Friday, and they still in the same form. Like, they are neither grape and they're not nuts. Why are they called grape nuts? They taste like neither one. Oh my gosh. Oh
Aren't
my
those the
gosh.
ones that's like raisins encased in oat bran?
No, that's Raisin Bran, and that's awesome.
No, I'm talking about no. Raisin Bran is the bran and the raisins. But wouldn't grape nuts where they put the two more or less together, so like the raisin is wrapped in the cereal
That's
type of
Raisin Bran
thing?
Crunch.
No.
Grape
Oh, okay.
nuts. Again, it's neither grape and it's not nut. Like, what are they talking about? It never salts. It's like grout. It tastes like grout. It's like if you need to fix your house, what you do instead of going out there and buy that cement, don't do that. You get you some grape nuts, right? You plow and then you just plow a little bit. Watch it dry. It's gonna be better than cement. It's better than cement. Grape nuts.
You are terrible.
Wait a minute. Yes, my sister remembers great King Vitamin because we ate that nasty mess. The box cover had this elderly white guy in a king's hat. And it was King Vitamin. Nasty mess.
Yo, check this out. This is funny to me. This is funny to me. I don't really know what it means, but I know it doesn't sound good for food. Why were grape nuts discontinued?
They're
Answer.
nasty.
Grape nuts is made using a proprietary technology and a production process that isn't easily replicated, which has made it more difficult to shift production to meet demand.
In
So it's
other
not even
words,
real. It's not real.
y'all was nasty. And thank you, Marlon. Only I don't know. I'm not gonna insult my seasoned seniors like that. Even they don't eat this mess. Nobody sits there and says, you know what I need to do? Go to the store and get me some grape nuts. No, what you do, like I said, if you got a hole in your sink for some reason, you slap some grape nuts in there, seal it. It will work. I almost guarantee it.
I looked up, is it healthy? And it says the answer, pretty good. That's that's
Nasty
okay.
mess.
All right.
Now I'm moving to my
Go-
best. And when I say best, I mean the best of the best. The best of the best of the best of the best. I said it, Fruity Pebbles is not on the list, but Fruit Loops are. Fruit Loops are just delicious. The milk is good. It sogs a little, but you can't like overdo the milk because if you overdo the milk, it'll just all sog. But if you just do it just right, you get yourself a nice little crunch. Next cereal,
It's all terrible.
honeycomb. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's on
It's
the
a
that's on
crunch.
the good list?
Yes, honeycomb is fire.
No.
Fire.
Honeycomb ain't not
Fire.
honeycomb tastes the same when you get the name brand in the box and when you get the snap one in the Snap Foods EBT card special
But they
that's in the
all
bag
taste
at the
like
bottom. They
all
taste
the
the same.
generic always taste like the name brand. You're just getting
Mm,
it at a lesser cost. That's why it's generic.
mm,
My
mm.
next one, you'll love this, Frosted Flakes.
Very good, dry, out of a bag. Just eat them up. But put them in milk, you got about 2.5 seconds
Before they
before
stop.
they turn into little floppy things.
But the key is don't put a lot of milk in it. You don't put, if you put too much milk, it's gonna sog. But if you put just the right, and I mean like a little, like not a drop, but like a fourth of a cup, like a little measure, fourth of a cup, you cool, you right
So
there.
basically, not enough for you to be able to see it.
Yeah, you don't want to see the milk. If you see the milk, they gonna sog. That you don't want to do that. My next one, Cheerios, all flavors. Plain Cheerios,
On the good
honey.
list?
Yes, on the great list. Cheerios is great. The plain ones, the chocolate ones, the peanut butter ones, the strawberry ones, the frosted ones. Fire. Cheerios. Yes.
I'm sorry, but a bunch of your cereals sound like the stuff they give to people with heart conditions. And,
No, they
and, and
don't.
I'm looking at this picture of grape nuts. I'd never seen it before, and this is not at all what I expected.
That's the bad
I
list, but I'm on the good list now. I'm on the good
well,
list.
what did you call it? Cheerios? They need to be
Cheerios.
over there on the bad list. They need
No,
to be on the bad
Cheerios
list.
are fire. The plain ones, you put some bananas and strawberries in them. You don't got to put no sugar.
See,
You
you
don't
had
got,
to change. You had to add something to it to make it edible.
no, I'm
Mm-mm.
just saying if you want to put it, I will eat Cheerios plain, period, with no sugar on them. Will eat them, be happy. Be happy. I will be happy.
The only
Special.
wet cereal that I will eat, and I won't do it now at all, but I would have eaten, would have been Raisin Bran, and that's if you put a little extra sugar.
Oh, you just named my. Wait a minute. Hold on. What? See, honeycomb sucks.
That's right. That's right. And that's your sister, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Foxy.
Nasty.
Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios is close to being the king of cereals. Like it's close.
Y'all just like, ain't
It's
that the one with the sugar
close.
bear?
Wait a minute, I'm getting to that
That's
one.
sugar bear, ain't it? Ain't that sugar bear?
No. Honey
Oh
Nut
no, honey
Cheerios
nut
is the
Cheerios is the
little
B.
bee.
He's the B. Yeah.
Yes.
Sugar
But you,
smacks. Sugar smacks is that's the
okay,
frog.
stop. Wait a minute. You get to my list. You messing up my
Oh, you
flow.
like the ones I'm naming? Oh,
Yeah. The next
oh
cereal,
my.
Raisin Bran.
Okay, I
Oh,
can.
wait a minute. Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran regular. Raisin Bran crunch. Oh, snap. Now we talking. Now we talking about some cereal. That'll put some weight on your stomach. Yes. Raisin Bran
Yeah, put some
regular.
weight on your stomach,
And
and then
Raisin
it's gonna
Bran
it's gonna
and
send you
Raisin
back on
Bran Crunch, it will keep you regular. That's right. If you want to stay regular, you put some raisin bran in your diet. You will be regular. Regular.
Almost everything on your good list to do that to you.
What's wrong with being regular? Nothing.
Ain't nothing wrong with being regular. But I mean, if you already regular, you're gonna be regularly in the restroom. That's the problem.
My next one, I had to combine them because I couldn't tell the difference. Sugar Smacks and Golden Crisp. I can't tell the difference. One is the bear and the other one is the frog, but they taste like almost identical. But
Yeah, I don't remember which one was the
I can never
bear, which one
remember
was the
which one.
frog.
I'm like, well, which one is which? Um, but yes, Sugar Smacks / Golden Crisp. Oh yeah, that might be mine.
Golden Crisp must be the bear because can't get enough of the Golden Crisp. This got the one with the punch. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yes, Parker, raisin bran will keep you regular. Staying regular
Regularly
is important.
regularly late for school, regularly late for work.
Wait a minute. Raisin bran make. Wait a minute. Okay. So my next cereal, granola. Granola. There's no brand of granola. Oh, wait a minute, Parker.
Smacks is the frog.
Okay. I refuse to put this low life loser cereal frosted mini wheats. Nope.
Now they belong with Wheaties.
They in the same category. No.
Yep.
Nope. 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 Nope.
But you know what I did forget about? And I don't know if it's on your list is about over, ain't it?
Yep. I got about 3 more to go.
Oh, I wonder if mine's in your. This last one's in
Which one?
yours.
I
We'll
bet you
see.
is not on here. Oh, you go
Cinnamon
wait.
Toast Crunch.
It should be,
You
but it's
told me to
not.
say it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it
Oh,
should be. It's not on my list because it's kind of combined with the next one on my list, and that's Life cereal. Life cereal / cinnamon toast crunch. They're like the same, but they're not the same. Like cinnamon
mm.
toast crunch is cinnamon. It's this little square,
Yeah,
and
cinnamon and sugar.
Life
Yeah.
has some cinnamon, but cinnamon toast crunch just like said, okay, let's just pour cinnamon on this little square until we can't pour it no more. So they're the same. So yes,
So it's like Kool-Aid follow the instructions and Kool-Aid how we grew up.
yeah, Kool-Aid how we grew up, but both good. Yes, cinnamon toast crunch is on there, but I combined it with lice because they're basically both the same to me. Um,
Did Cookie Crisp make your list? I hope not,
Cookie
because that
Crisp
was
was
horrible.
not. First of all, it's not a cookie. Second of all, that cereal will solve with spittle. If you like spit a lot and a little drop of it on that little cornmeal thing that they call a cookie, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. And Frankenberry isn't on this list. Count Chocolate cereal's not on this list. And that Boo Berry isn't on the list either.
I didn't eat any of those. My parents wouldn't let me have those, but I thought those were like really popular.
They were, but they're
At least in the
nasty.
'80s. In the '80s, they were.
Wait a minute. Somebody says this. Oh, so we got Kim in the house. I never had life but cinnamon toast crunch mixed with honey cherry nut chip. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to try that one.
Oh, hold up, Kim,
Hold
hold
on.
up. So
Hold on.
you telling me that your mama let you have two different boxes of cereal open at the same time?
Ooh, that's a good combination. So you get some cinnamon
Ooh.
toast crunch and honey nut Cheerios.
Let my mama walk in and see that there are two boxes of cereal open at the same time. Everybody in trouble.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we're down to my last two. I'm gonna say my number one cereal for last. My next one might seem like an unusual choice. Special K. Special K has fruit kind of in it. I don't know if it's real or not,
Some petrified strawberry
but
lookalikes.
I like those strawberries so much. Oh, wait a minute. She said, heck no. Heck no. I was an adult and I had my own cereal.
Oh, okay.
Because we like, nah. And my mother saw 2 boxes of cereal open. Somebody's in trouble. Special K. It's special for a reason. It's like
Yeah, because it's for geriatrics.
no, it's not.
Retirement home cereal.
Nope, I eat it. I don't live in a retirement home. Special K is special. And it's
Yeah,
wonderful.
it is.
And it's got it got that little crunch in it. Ooh, ooh,
That's the
ooh.
one with the rooster on it, ain't it?
That's cornflakes, I think.
Oh, okay.
But
I mean, Special
Frosted
K was a big
Flakes,
old giant K on it.
yeah, there's a big K on it. Okay, my last cereal. This, it to me, is the king of cereal. It is head and shoulders above anything I have ever named as my favorite cereal. Captain Crunch. All flavors. Plain. Peanut butter. Hoops berries. Plain Captain Crunch.
The mouth ripper specials?
Wait a minute. No, he didn't come on. No, he did come on. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
The mouth ripper specials.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
Hey,
first
your
of all,
mouth bleeding?
No, it doesn't. I eat I eat Captain Crunch at least 3 times a week. At least.
Captain Crunch didn't even eat Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch was a cartoon.
He ate the food.
Captain Crunch
We can't hear you, Mom.
Captain, he was
oh,
talking
I had
about.
to mute.
Captain Crunch is like the king, like the top tier, the MVP, the VIP. Period.
Crunchberry.
Yes, Crunchberry. That's another one.
But
All of them.
Frosted Flakes
if
and
we
Fruity
go back to
Pebbles, only option.
the only reason I wanted to jump on because I had to go through some of the stuff that you was putting on here. Like it, you really enjoyed going to the bathroom, Raisin Bran and
Raisin Bran
I'm
is
telling you.
life.
cardboard milk and
Staying regular for a diabetic is essential to my health, and they good.
unessential to no kid.
I ate Raisin Bran as a child. I don't know what you talking about.
I mean,
Raisin.
yeah, but that's, sometimes as a child, you didn't drink enough water, so you end up dehydrated and they help you go boo boo. But my thing is, are half the cereals on your good list are approved by your local senior citizen
No,
center?
they're not. What senior citizen eats Sugar Smacks? None.
I said half. I said half.
Captain
The
Crunch.
other half of your good list is considered contraband at your local senior citizen center.
I know it's on your. It got to be on the Good Heart Council or something.
Honey Nut Cheerios is life. Cheerios and Captain Crunch. That's like the
there's
1-2.
Captain Vitamin.
I said that was on my worst. Captain Vitamin's on my
That had to
worst.
be in a bag. That sounded like it
No,
had to
it's
be
a
in a
box.
bag.
No, it was a cereal.
It's a
was
box.
Regular cereal in a box.
In a box.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
remember that.
The alternative to
Yeah, you talking about the off-brand. In
Bottom
the bag.
shelf, metal rack, bag of cereal. That's what I'm talking about.
Fruit Loops was Fruit Rings
Fruit circles or
something like
circles.
that. I can't remember.
You know what cereal I forgot? You know what cereal I forgot, and I'm indifferent to this one. Apple Jacks.
Those were good.
Nah.
And I could eat the apple cinnamon Cheerios. I could eat those. I used to eat those too. I like anything apple though.
I don't think any cereal that just had a distinct flavor.
But Apple Jacks didn't taste like apples. Can we say that? Can we say
No,
that?
it tasted like sugar.
It was
It tasted like sugar,
Oh,
but I liked anything that was supposed to be apple.
But grape nuts on my worst list, that's something a senior citizen would probably eat.
Honey Nut
But-
Cheerios, it's not supposed to taste like apples, dear.
But yeah, Captain Crunch is life. Fire. And then if you mix them all in one bowl, ho,
And that's
ho,
another thing.
ho,
I have
ho,
never
ho,
ever
ho,
mixed cereals of
I
any
don't.
oh,
kind. I have
I
oh.
never.
haven't had cereal. I probably haven't had cereal since I was about 10 years old. But
No, that is a
yeah, there
childhood
wasn't
memory.
no.
I don't mix cereals. I don't get the
As a
point.
adult who eats cereal, mixing is one of the best things that ever came. I'm like, you can mix this with this and this and this. Ooh wait, you mix all them Captain Crunches together. Oh, it's gonna be on. Ooh, love
That's
it.
why I know my kids are growing up like little rich kids because they sit there and mix cereal. I don't understand that stuff. I don't get it. And like I told you, growing up, there wasn't no such thing as having more than one thing open at one
No,
time.
growing up we
But
couldn't do that, but once I became an adult,
my
I'm
wife
like,
let them do it. My wife let them do it. Be 4, 5 boxes of open cereal in there, so none of them actually get ate all the way through.
y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what y'all missing. Cereal is a good snack. It's definitely a good breakfast. It can make a good lunch. I wouldn't suggest it for dinner. Now that's the only time I would not suggest cereal. Don't eat cereal for dinner. That's not good.
So did you
But
say
Because it's gonna
cornflakes?
wake you up.
what?
Did you say cornflakes?
Cornflakes is on the worst. Non-flavored cornflakes is on the worst. And Google search why cornflakes were invented. I'm not gonna say why. Just type in why cornflakes
Kellogg,
were.
Kellogg Brothers.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say it.
I can't remember. I remember some. I remember the story. I just can't remember why they did it.
She agrees with your wife's Thiz. She says you're only a child once.
I guess. I guess. It
But
So
wouldn't be me though.
go do it.
I'm like right here. Look, both of y'all eat this cereal right here. This one right here.
well, I tell y'all don't know. Boy, that Captain Crunch, whoo wee.
I'd be willing to
Oh.
bet the
Oh,
only reason I ate cereal as a kid is because you got a toy.
No, I didn't care about the toy. I cared
I
about
did.
the books.
I did.
When they had the little books in there, that's what I cared about.
I wanted the toy. And then my mama was one of them that like you can't like dump it out to get to the toy.
You got to reach your
Toy
hand
just be
all the way
sitting
in
in
the
the.
bottom.
No, you can't go get it. You get it when it's time to get it.
You're not supposed to reach your hand all the way in there to get it.
Who didn't?
I reached my
my
hand
in
all
my
the
house,
way in there
in
to
my
get
house, we sure enough did
it.
not.
Wait till you
No.
leave.
Mm-mm. My brother and my brother is the one that would push all the rules and all the boundaries. I was a rule follower, but neither one of us was doing that.
Nah, I'm gonna reach my hand right down there and get
I'm
that
gonna need
book.
I'm gonna need that toy before I eat. So either you could turn your head or go upstairs, Ma. It's gonna happen.
And you know what I should do, and I'll let the people in the comment section
Teach
vote.
yourself restraint.
Should I have a countdown of cereal mascots?
Nah, because you just did a whole cereal lineup of horrible cereal.
Mascots. The
I
mascots
know, but the
only.
mascots were part of it.
No. Well, yeah, they all did have mascots. There was Toucan Sam, Tony the
Except for
Tiger.
Captain Vitamin.
He was a mascot, a terrible one, but he was a mascot.
Oh, King Vitamin. He was the king. The slave owner.
He was
Oh, it's King Vitamin. I said
king.
Captain Vitamin. I don't know.
Oh, Captain Vitamin. Yeah, he definitely was a slave owner.
There was no Captain Vitamin. There was Captain Horatio Crunch. And
That
don't
came in a
ask
bag.
me how did I knew what his name
That
was.
sound like something came in the bag.
That came in a
No,
bag.
Captain Crunch comes in a
Horatio.
box.
Horatio. Don't nobody put Horatio on no cereal. Horatio. They're like Ralph Crunch. We got some
Go,
Ralph Crunch.
y'all better try some Raisin Bran. If you want to feel regular, you get yourself some Raisin Bran.
I'm regular.
Hey, you better put the Fruity Pebbles away and get some of that Rufus special over there. Get the Rufus special.
Get the Fruity Loops.
Y'all just sit here and make fun of my list. I don't care. I'm gonna eat cereal.
I kind of that it was called Fruit Rings.
Apple dapples.
Fruit ring sounds right.
Hold on.
But if you get the store brand kind, Like if you go to Walmart, you get the Walmart brand instead of the $10.50 box. They're closely
Yeah,
named.
but then you get sawdust in your food, so you know.
Yep, fruit rings.
Sound right? Fruit
Oh,
rings.
they
Yeah.
had it in a box.
Thank you. Most of them do have a box. They just started recently coming in bags.
No, they've been in bags forever. When
And
I was a
then
kid, they
the
were in
problem with
bags.
the bag is you seal it, it's gonna like lose its crunch.
And
That's because they were selling it to poor people. They didn't care.
fruity hoops.
Okay, now Kim is over here. Don't slam raisin brands. Them raisins were plump and whole and fresh.
Them raisins was not plump.
They were dry.
Them doggone they were barely in there.
Plump. Toucan Sam, the Fruit Loops mascot, is a good one. Thank you, Parker. So you have made up my mind. So next week,
Colossal crunch.
Little baby raisins they don't put in there. All that brand.
plump.
Hey, y'all remember them little boxes of cereal?
Oh, the little ones I would take to lunch.
And it will always have like 2 boxes of corn pops that ain't nobody want to eat. But it would be,
Yeah, it would be like
have
the
all
variety pack. It'd be like the Cocoa Pebbles, the Fruit Loops, the Corn Flake, and all they all come in one little container.
I forgot they
Mhm.
had berry Cheerios.
I'm telling you, Cheerios is life. Period. And mix them all together, but you're not gonna tell you
Fruity Puffers. What the?
no. But it's 8:11. Okay, so if you've been
Oh, they
watching,
had Tutti Fruities. Tutti Fruities.
okay, so I'm trying to
They had Honey
say.
Nut Scooters. All right, they had Honey Nut Scooters. That was Honey Nut Cheerios. And they had Tutti Fruities instead of Fruit Loops.
Oh no. If y'all go to Amazon right now, type in Percy breakfast cereal fruit rings. There is cereal in a bottle. Look like the same bottle you would put peanuts in.
Mm. Hey, I found the Captain Crunches. They were called Marshmallow Mateys. And then
Have
um,
marshmallows in them.
and instead of Rice Krispies, you had crispy rice.
And they get paid $50.
Like they weren't even trying.
He wasn't even trying that one. They don't put cereal
Ooh-wee.
in that bottle.
Yes, so it does work. I just went to my website and you can watch this show live on my website. It does actually work. So I did it great.
You know what? I'm surprised Tracy didn't have on her list of favorites, considering that like the approved age to purchase the cereals on Tracy's list is like 62. Um, Honey Bunches of Oats.
I know, I'm not going to put that on there. Senior citizens don't eat sugar smacks. They don't eat sugar smacks or Golden Crisp or honeycombs.
Did you say cinnamon toast crunch?
Yes. I combined it with Life cereal because they're basically the same to me.
No, cinnamon toast crunch rolls.
Oh, not rolls.
I saw
No.
those. That's kind of new. Those are kind of new.
Okay.
Those came out
No.
after those cinnamon. I mean, the Cookie Crisp type joints. So that was those.
Yeah, and what didn't make the list was the cocoa, the Count Chocula, the Frankenstein one, the other one.
Thing is, they got a cereal called Poop Like a Champion.
Wheaties.
No, they don't.
Wheaties. The Wheaties. It's got to be Wheaties. That's what they're talking
That's
about.
the name of the cereal. Poop Like a Champion, healthy choice, ultra high fiber cereal. But on the box, it has Poop Like a Champion.
Honey Bunches of Oats would taste good in yogurt. I agree with that. And Reese Puff. This is one I don't.
At
Nah.
that point, anything tasted good in yogurt.
Yes, and to answer Kim's question or Foxy's question, Captain Crunch equals diabetes. It really does.
Cocoa Crunchies.
Okay.
The fact that y'all looking up something that
You know what,
It's
y'all?
just a big old bag of unfortunate.
Now you know you don't gone too far when they got Fruit Loops with marshmallows.
yes, Fruit Loops do have marshmallows in them now.
Like, okay,
Who? Apple Zings.
apples what?
Apple Zings. Those were the Apple. Remember the
Oh,
Apple cereals that we used to eat? Apple cereal. Anyway, but this is the off-brand Apple Zing and
okay.
Frosted Mini Spooners.
So we're going to end this discussion of cereals, which turned into a whole lot of things. But for everybody, please go to Google and type why cornflakes was it. Just go. I'm not gonna tell you. Just type it. Trust me, you're gonna be like, huh? Because I was like today years old when I found this out 3 years ago. I was like, say what? Can't type that next week. Well, I'll let Thea tell us where we can find him.
Foxy said, what was you asking to look up again?
Why were cornflakes
Oh, wow.
invented
Okay.
or how?
Well,
It's
probably.
a just I'm not gonna tell you. I know why now, but Theus, tell us where we can find you.
Yeah. I don't know. Really, y'all want to find me? Please make sure you tune in every Saturday and Sunday for Marlon shows. That's your best odds of finding me is there. That's why I usually will show up at least one of the 2 days. And then definitely come to my Patreon page, patreon.com/complexmind. Is you get free look period. So if you just want to like bump around, look at what the videos and the different projects that we're working on, you can see it there. So please check that out.
What?
$5, folks. $5 a month. That's it. If y'all can do that, that'd be so helpful because that helps even more money get stacked up to give the kids something when the school year starts. So thank you.
Parker, I didn't include it because I didn't want this list to go. Well, I have rice checks on my favorites, but the Reese cup ones, nah, I can't. Marlon, where can we find you at?
Saturday Night Vibe every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not particularly 100% sure about this Saturday, but Radical Truth to Power every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And next week, I said I was going to be ranking the McDonald Land characters. That is incorrect. I will be ranking the best chicken sandwich. I will be ranking chicken sandwiches next week. It's not
Okay.
Tuesday, the 16th yet.
All right. Well, Marlon,
Mm-hmm.
Sunday is Mother's Day, so I won't be around.
Ooh.
Sure is.
And Saturday, I think I'll be around, but I think you just said we're not doing Saturdays.
No, I said I'm not particularly sure yet. It's a moving target sort of Saturday, so I may have something that just may pop up at the last second because things are kosher. But if it's not, then no. And Sunday, I understand, but my mom's with me, so.
Yep. So again, everybody, I will be ranking chicken sandwiches. Who has the best? I'll go from worst to best. And there are 10 of them that I have ranked and actually tasted.
Who has
Chicken
10
sandwich.
sandwiches?
There are 10 chicken sandwiches.
Okay.
You'll find out May the 16th. And then the week after that is when I rank the McDonald Land characters.
Any of them chicken sandwiches sold at the gas station?
Nope, that's not on there. They don't want that turnaround food. So, everybody, remember to subscribe to my page. I was literally up to 117 and somehow 2 people just dropped off. I don't know what. Subscribe.
Stop telling folks that. Hey, y'all just come subscribe. It's free.
Yes.
I'm with you, Parker.
Please.
10?
There are 10. You will find out
I
May
can't
the
think of 10 fast
16th.
food places.
You
I
will
can give you that.
find
That's
out
what I'm
May
saying.
the 16th. May the 16th,
She
you will
gonna
find
start.
out.
She gonna start naming stuff like Red Lobster.
No, she gonna name stuff that's the only stores in Indiana.
No, well,
Like
these are not. No, these are all national chains. Everybody
you
that
got to
named
go
these.
if you want.
Ralph's Bucket of Chicken.
Yeah, you got to go to Briar's Chicken
See, I
Sandwich.
don't got time for this. See, I ain't got time for this. I'm gonna finish this. I want everybody to tune in, and I will be doing another the Saturday show taping, probably around 5:30. I'll be talking about this whole crazy week in terms of politics. Remember to keep watching on my website, TRACYMediaLLC.com, because now you can actually watch this episode on that site. Is actually there and I can see it. So remember that. Subscribe, comment, like, share, everything. I need all your help. My goal is 1,000, and I'll bring it back this week time. My goal is 1,000 subscribers by December. So every time you'll hear me say subscribe, 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 I appreciate all my subscribers. I really do. I will see you next Tuesday. Well, I'll see you this Saturday, but next week the same time, top 10 chicken sandwiches. And there are 10. There's actually 15, but I narrowed it down to 10. So with that, have a great evening. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Ruby's Chicken Sandwich.